Hey, y'all doing good? Yo, we just 9 days in. Woo! I don't feel no kind of way. I'm at peace. God righteous, they at peace. Now all the other stuff going on, I don't know. Did some dreams. I had some stuff. I just tell to my daughter, ain't nothing I'm gonna speak on, but I did help. I was seeing some stuff yesterday. Nothing dealing with the weather. I told you, I don't care what's coming through here. If God don't personally come to me, I'm in peace. So it could be 10 inches of snow come through here, but God ain't personally kind to me, so I'm in peace, if that makes sense. Okay, y'all. So yeah, so I'm in peace as of right now, because he ain't kind to me with no vision. Now maybe if I lay down later today, some might pop up, but he ain't kind to me yet. So it's a spirit of peace on me right now, regardless of what's coming through here or whatever. I don't care how bad it get. When God come to me, I'm like, okay, it's serious. If whatever happened and God ain't kind to me, I don't be pressed. I don't care what's going on. Okay, so yesterday I was just sitting in the room, so I was hearing the word birthing pains, because everybody like, oh, you about to give birth, oh, you finna give birth to this new business, you finna give birth to this child, you finna give birth to all this new stuff, like spiritually speaking, physical and spiritual. But everybody talking about this birthing. Oh, you finna birth this, you finna birth that. So while I was sitting in the bed, a voice kept saying birthing pains. So it was speaking on these birthing pains. And I'm gonna have to jump back and forth to even do this. I do plan on getting me an iPad and getting everything. I know, y'all, I'm really a minimalist. I really just don't, that's just me. My kids, they get all that. Me, I'm a minimalist. I just be like, do I really need it? But yeah, I do need it. So when it was speaking on birthing pains, I did post the meaning of birthing pains, and basically it's like an informal way of whenever like you finna birth something, like in so many words, like I don't want to. I'm gonna have to go through before I mess this up, y'all. Hold on one second. So basically, birthing pains is informally describing. I just read this. It's informally describing like difficulties and hardships dealing with like new innovation, change. It's just like the disaster. It's like the calm before the storm, so to speak. So, and I'm just paraphrasing because I can't do what I need to do with this. So basically that's what it's saying. It's so much like the difficulties that you face in the middle of the transition of changing to this birthing. It's like the birthing pains, like the pains that come before you actually, receive, and just be like, So when I read the birthing pains, because I'm researching, I'm listening, I hear birthing pains. So then at this point, I do more research, and then it led me to Mark 13. So I'm going to read Mark 13. And really, I ain't really got nothing else going on right now, and I'm just going to go wherever God tell me to go. And I was just like, okay, I just smile talk on Mark 13. So Mark 13, chapter 1. It say, Jesus predicts the destruction of the temple. Then as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples said to him, Teacher, see what manner of stone and what buildings are here. And Jesus answered and said to him, Do you see these great buildings? Not one stone shall be left upon another that shall not be thrown down. Then it say, Mark verse 3, the signs of the time in the end of age. Now as he sat on the Mount of Olives, opposite the temple, Peter, James, John, and Andrew asked him privately, Tell us when these things will be, and what will be the sign when all these things will be fulfilled. Then Jesus answered them, and Jesus answering them began to say, Take heed that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name, saying, I am he, and will deceive many. But when you hear of wars and rumors of wars, do not be troubled. For such things must happen, and the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be earthquakes in various places, and there will be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. But watch out for yourselves. And this right here, another translation of sorrows is this. Trying to see. Because I'm thinking that this is a different translation, but another translation actually used the word birthing. This shall be the beginning of birthing, like the birthing pains. But on here it says sorrows. Okay, say, but watch out for yourselves, for they will deliver you up to councils, and you will be beaten in the synagogues. You will be brought before the rulers and kings for my sake, for a testimony to them. And the gospel must first be preached to all nations. So, but when they arrest you and deliver you up, do not worry beforehand or premeditate what you will speak. But whatever is given you in that hour, speak that, for it is not you who speak, but the Holy Spirit. Now brother will betray brother to death, and a father his child, and children will rise up against parents and cause them to be put to death, and you will be hated by many, and you will be hated by all for my name's sake. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. And then after that, it just goes into this great tribulation that I've been speaking of, where I was like, dang, I just feel like it's going to get so bad. People going to be eating each other. Remember my last video when I said that? Okay, I'm just going to go and read verse 14 because, like I said, I really ain't got nothing going on right now. So it goes into the great tribulation. So all this is going on first. And then after that, verse 14, verse 13 talking about all this birth and the pains going on. And it do actually use the word birth and the pain. This translation don't use that, but I read a different translation, and it actually used the word birth and of pains to describe all of what I just said. And then it go into the great tribulation. So this is verse 14, which goes into the great tribulation after all of this birth and the pain. So, and this is Jesus, he's still talking. So when you see the abomination of desolation spoken by David the prophet standing where it ought not, let the reader understand. Let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not go down into the house, nor enter or to take anything out of his house. And let him who is in the field not go back to get his clothes. But woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing babies in those days. And pray that your flight may not be in winter. I told you all this ice, all this cold. I'm like, woo. God said you better just pray it don't be cold when this comes. For in those days there will be tribulation such as not been since the beginning of creation when God created. Hold on. For in those days there will be tribulation such as has not been since the beginning of creation, which God created until this time, nor shall it be. So this great tribulation, they said it ain't gonna be no other. It ain't been none since, and it will not be nothing after this. Like this gonna be bad. And unless the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh would be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he chose, he shortened the days. And unless the Lord had shortened those days, no flesh would be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he chose, he shortened the days. Then if anyone says to you, look, here is the Christ, or look, he is there, do not believe it. For false Christs and false prophets will rise and show signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. But take heed, see, I have told you all things beforehand. Okay, so now I'm going into verse 24, and it's speaking on, in this little parable, the title is titled, The Coming of the Son of Man. But in those days, after the tribulation, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars of heaven will fall, and the power in the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with a great power and glory. And then he will send his angels and gather together his elect from the four winds, from the farthest part of the earth to the farthest part of heaven. Okay. So now I'm finna go into 28. I'm just gonna read everything until I go to chapter 14. Like I'm reading all of 13. This is all of 13. Okay, now I'm on the parable of the fig tree. Now learn this parable from the fig tree. When its branches had already become tender and put forth leaves, you know that summer is near. So you also, when you see these things happening, know that it is near at the doors. Assuredly, I say to you, this generation will by no means pass away till all things take place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will by no means pass away. No one knows the day or hour. This verse 32. But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but the Father. But only the Father. Take heed, watch and pray, for you do not know when the time is. It is like a man going to a far country, who left his house and gave authority to his servants, and to each his work, and commanded the doorkeeper to watch. Watch therefore, for you do not know when the master of the house is coming, in the evening, at midnight, at the crowing of the rooster, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say to you, I say to all, watch. Okay. So this is verse 13. So yeah, I was just yesterday I was hearing the word birthing pains. And like I said, this is a different translation from what I was reading. But the translation I was reading was actually speaking on birthing pains, and it's coming out of Mark chapter 13. And you can read one hour. You really could read the whole chapter. So that's why I'm reading, but it's going to go into this great tribulation. And it's going to be so bad. And even in the Bible, they said they feel bad for anybody that's pregnant during the great tribulation or nursing. They said anybody that's like nursing, like got new little bitty kids, and anybody that's pregnant during the great tribulation, the Bible said that it's going to be extremely hard. And he said, and just pray it ain't winter time. Because I'm looking like, dang, it's winter, it's cold. Woo! That's all I gotta say. But see, I'm gonna let y'all go. I was just reading it right there, and I'm just gonna let God, because he normally come to me slowly throughout the shift, throughout the day, you know, and just let me know little stuff here and there. But I just heard the word birthing pains, and then I'm just reading this Matthew, and then, you know, and that's it. But like his righteous, you know, God gonna watch out for his righteous. He gonna watch out for them. So I don't feel no kind of way, so to speak. He really just got on my spirit not to even stress about what I see. A lot of times he covered my eyes so I don't see all of what he doing. You know, like in the Bible when God sent his wrath. When God sent his wrath, you know, he gonna tell his righteous to go into hiding. He like his righteous can't even be in his presence when he sent his wrath. So it's like he tried to just like conceal that and hide that from his righteous, so to speak. Like even with Noah, when Noah was on that ark, he couldn't see what was going on. He couldn't see God's wrath on humanity. Like God told him to go in there, God shut that boat up, and then whatever happened. And then at a certain point, you know, Noah had to send a bird to, you know, to let him know that it was clear. But Noah couldn't go out and look and see that. And so I think that's how it is with God people. Like he just sent his people, his righteous, just gonna go into like this hiding place, like get into your hiding place. I did a video on this. I'm gonna see if I could pull it up. It was the vision where I seen lions walking through my house. I seen lions, them big huge lions walking all through my house. And I was like, and something just like, you better not go out that door. It wasn't there to hurt me, but at the same time, I ain't no fool either. I ain't trying to go out and rub it. I'm pull up that video, because while I'm talking to y'all, that video is dropping down at my subconscious. The video where Jesus was in the house, and he had all these lions just walking through our house, and I was barricaded in my room in the vision. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that video up and do a repost on there for y'all. But y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all be safe. Yeah, get what you need or whatever. And that's all God got me. That's all he want me saying. He got me speaking on. He got me speaking on that Mark chapter 13, y'all. Mark chapter 13. If you read it, go into Mark chapter 13. The spiritual radar going off. Ding, 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 ding. For Mark chapter 13. Yeah, let me stop. So, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Like I said, it's a spirit of peace on me. And you gotta realize it's two things going on. Cause when God played judgment, he played judgment on his righteous, and he also played judgment on his wicked. So when he played judgment on his righteous gonna be blessed. But when he played judgment on his wicked, he coming with his, like, with his wrath. So it be like a lot going on, and you might be confused because everything is coming in together, but the good is going to experience a whole different thing than the bad, so to speak. So yeah, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day.